Bitch nigga, and it's like that. Fuck is you talking about? Welcome back to another episode of Survival Time, nigga. I'm Quantity Cash Money, nigga. We finna get into Jermaine Jackson dissing Michael Jackson. I don't think niggas already know that he dissed that nigga, but we finna break the song down and get into the lyrics and shit like that. Let's see what's up.
We came all the way from Hollywood to buy our cars from the #1 dealer.
And I'm one of your #1 fans. But where's Michael?
What are you doing on Michael?
I'm looking for him. I'm looking for him.
Damn, I'm gonna start it right there. Damn. That's funny that we even just starting the fucking video. But on the low, you can actually see in that nigga face, he hurt low key. He actually look hurt like he missed his fucking brother. I ain't really see Jermaine like this before for real. This is actually funny because it's showing you the side of like the family that they don't really be showing like that. But like this actually show you he actually missed his brother.
This was supposed to be Michael Jackson's month, the premiere of his most expensive video ever. But now he's been sabotaged by his big brother.
The television premiere of Michael Jackson's video Black or White from his long-awaited Dangerous album exploded in controversy over scenes of violence and sexual innuendo. The scenes were cut the next day, but was it a publicity stunt? The same question was raised when brother Jermaine released his new album, You Said, at the same time. But what he claims shouldn't have come out was a single called Word to the Bad, which seemingly slams his famous sibling.
Radio stations are playing it every hour, back to back with Michael's new single, Black and White.
And according to a spokesperson for the station, Jermaine's song is getting a better response than Michael's.
I'm sure Michael would like to go to Jermaine.
This shit is so funny because don't nobody even really listen to Jermaine music like that around this time. Actually, in the 90s, wasn't nobody bumping Jermaine like that, bro. They was bumping Michael and Janet and shit, but they funny as fuck. They talking all this shit, but they wasn't even supporting that man previous to him dropping this down diss track. People be so damn caught up in your drama and your family issues when you famous and shit like that. They be really on your dick. But people be so caught up in all that bullshit, they be forgetting that these people got lives. These people are relatives, nigga.
Play you the brand new Jermaine Jackson record, and here it is. Jermaine heats up the sibling rivalry with this early version of a song called Word to the Bad. It turned up at radio stations in Los Angeles and New York.
Listen to the lyrics. Everybody's talking about this one. It's called Word to the Bad. What do you think he's talking about?
Once you were made, you changed your shape, but the color wrong.
The lyrics, which clearly are an indictment of Michael Jackson's ego and alleged lightening of his skin, have been softened on the album that's in the stores.
Brother to Brother is changed to Lover to Lover, so fans would have no inkling of who the song's about. But thanks to the secret tape, now they do.
Jermaine just finally let it go and let it all out in this song, and maybe had second thoughts when he released the album, but the original thoughts are there.
On the tape, Jermaine criticizes Michael for his continuous trips to the plastic surgeon.
Been abducted, don't know who you are.
Damn, he really cutting at this nigga. He didn't came at this nigga color. He didn't came at this nigga nose surgery. He didn't came at all type of shit. Damn, I didn't even know he was digging this deep. He really shooting at this nigga like that shit crazy.
They love you, they don't know you, they're superstar.
There's a lot of people who feel the same way about siblings. They just want to shake them by the shoulders and go, come on, get real, get a grip. And it's mostly a song out of love.
Bitter Jermaine, second banana in the old Jackson 5. He criticizes Michael for everything, from lightening his skin to being plain weird.
Could not turn back, it's unknown fact, you were too far gone.
Michael's new $1 billion deal on the line, it could be his most costly embarrassment yet. And with brothers like Jermaine, who needs LaToya?
When Michael became very successful, Jermaine was very hurt by it, and he didn't like it.
He created one of the earliest family riffs in 1975 by staying behind at Motown Records when the group changed labels. Jermaine was married to Motown founder Berry Gordy's daughter.
Word to the Bad may be a top 10 hit in more ways than one.
Could the recording have been leaked as a publicity stunt, especially with the upcoming release of Michael's new album and short film?
Man, they know damn well Jermaine released that shit his damn self, bro. He dropped that shit for a real reason. That was on him, man. And 9 times out of 10 is because of the simple fact that he missed Michael and he want Michael to attention at that point. You could damn near tell from the lyrics he trying to catch that nigga attention because he missing that nigga.
Trumpeted by this David Lynch produced promo.
I don't know if it's definitely a publicity stunt. It would
hurt the family, and they're in so much turmoil as it is now. It definitely is a message song, and that's the bottom line with it.
Throughout it all, the two most famous Jacksons, Michael and Janet, remained silent, but the rest of the family seemed determined to air its dirty laundry and prove true that old adage that success does not buy happiness.
Yet another famous family with a lot of unhappiness.
The highly critical song was never intended for release, but was mysteriously leaked to the two radio stations last weekend. Jermaine Jackson is with us on the line now from Sherman Oaks, California. Jermaine, good morning.
Good morning, Brian.
First of all, how'd this record get out? Any ideas?
I have no idea.
Who'd have reason to leak the record, Jermaine? Who'd have something to gain from doing something like this?
I really don't know.
Jermaine lying like a motherfucker. He know good and goddamn well he lying. He know damn well he fucking lying. He need to stop fucking trying to act like he ain't had nothing to do with this shit. He know good and goddamn well he dropped that motherfucking diss track to be heard, goddamn it. He know good and well he did that shit on his own. Ain't nobody sneaked that shit. He leaked that shit his damn self.
I don't know.
The song hadn't leaked when we talked with Jermaine, but he's resigned to competing with his younger brother.
In our family, there are so many albums coming out, and sometimes we run into each other, and I guess we all want it to be out at this time of year. We support each other. It's very important for us all to do well.
Let me run a popular theory by you. There are a lot of people who believe, hey, this is not coincidental, that this all comes about as Michael's song, Black and White, is also about to be released, and that as a result of all of this, what's going to happen is your record's going to sell more than it would have, and Michael's won't sell any less.
Brian, who's all saying that? It's not true. If this was a publicity...
Damn, the fact that he just even said that to that nigga, that's bogus as fuck. But whole time, like, it really do benefit him whole time with the sales. Cause like I said, nobody was playing his shit at this time. So for motherfuckers to be circulating this shit throughout the industry and shit, sending this shit from radio station to radio station and doing all this, that, and the third with the track and making it blow up overnight and shit. These niggas is hilarious. This shit is killing me.
Or whatever, I would have called my album Word to the... I would have done it up right. I would have called my album Word to the Bad. I would have stuck it out there, and I would have stood by. Yes, I wrote the song, and I wrote it from my heart. I have a single out there called You Said, You Said. That's the name of my album. There's no way this was a publicity stunt. It leaked out, it's out there, and I got to deal with it.
Why'd you write it in the first place?
I wrote it in the first place, Brian, because I was angry during the time. Michael's my brother, but I was angry. We're creative people. I couldn't get to him, so I put it in a song. You know, my frustrations, I put it into words.
But we didn't sit down and say, well, we're going to write a song about Michael. We just wrote a song, and it just happens to be taken.
You were mad enough to write these lyrics, but you changed the lyrics before the song was actually released.
Yeah, because I felt that no, I spoke to him and then I said, Michael, I did this song about you.
So you meant for him to hear this at some point. You meant for him to hear about the song.
Jermaine, the words are, you changed your shade. Was your color wrong? Do you resent the manner in which your brother has changed his look so as to minimize his black features?
Reconstructed, been abducted, don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Did you feel that way? That he didn't know who he was? That he was...
Basically, I felt that he was missing something. He wasn't communicating. And what was very hurting to me was the fact that a bit of the communication thing wasn't where it was, and I wasn't getting to him as soon as I.
You mean he wasn't returning your phone calls?
Well, it's just that he was working on something, and it's really when you really get down to the bottom of it, it's really not him; it's the people around him.
The song is not about one or two lines. The overall message of the song is a healing process for myself, my relationship with my brother.
Pretty much of the public sometimes who wants to create rivalry and this and that, but what we try to do is just do our best. And when we come together as a unit, that's when you really see that it's a family unit.
Were you ever jealous? So it was okay with you when your little brother went out front?
Perfectly okay, yeah.
Jermaine, I think you know, on this program last September, your sister LaToya said...
Jermaine is definitely jealous of him. I mean, it's very blatant that he's very jealous of Michael, or anybody that succeeds in that matter in the family.
That's ridiculous. Who has not had success in my family? We were the Jackson 5. Every song Michael...
That's one thing I did hate about motherfuckers. They did try to pay him to be jealous, but now that I'm watching this, I actually paying attention to the song, and I know the song actually, but like the crazy part is if you pay attention to a lot of shit that he's saying, he actually kind of saying like basically he ain't talked to the nigga in months. And I do believe like motherfuckers was taking advantage of Michael. I do believe motherfuckers was probably shutting his family out. I do believe that shit because a lot of the times that's what the fuck was happening. You had doctors and managers and all type of shit around this man 24/7, and then you got security blocking people, and it's depending on who able to come in or who got the money to come come in and invade this man's privacy and get into this man's head or whatever. But when it comes to Michael, it's a sensitive situation and topic, especially when you come in his vitiligo. So I really wish he wouldn't have said that one. But the main thing is I really wish people to understand, like, this nigga, you could tell he actually misses his brother. You could tell he actually wish he really wanted to mend that relationship. You could tell that. You could see that. You could hear that in the song. You could see that in his actions in these interviews too also.
I sung on. We help build what's going on right now. It's not about that. It's about family, Brian. That's the most important thing here.
How would you characterize your relationship with him, Jermaine, with Mike?
Well, we've spoken since all this has happened, and we're fine now.
Once the song came out, we talked and we spoke and everything, and I said, Michael, we have to talk because family is very, very important, and I love you. We started together, but I was very upset.
We have to make time, and like I say, I'm not blaming Michael for what has happened, his schedule, and this and that. He's a very successful person, but still, we're family, and that will always be there.
Niggas gotta understand, like, at the end of the day, bro, you do gotta kind of make time for your family, but that's nothing too though. Your family gotta understand when you can't make time for them. It's a two-way street, my nigga. But I understand where he coming from. Shit, I can see where he coming from, why he would be frustrated and put a record together. He's an artist, and that's what the fuck they do. They go to the studio, they put their time in, and they put their therapy in on that track. But as far as this video, actually, I hope this brings some awareness to this track, because a lot of people don't even know that he dissed Michael. But I fuck with Jermaine. I love Jermaine. Jermaine, my nigga, he might be a little selfish at times, but I would never really call him jealous. He just wanted to be as successful. And if you really know the backstory on Jermaine, you'll know a lot of shit kind of got in Jermaine's way. But Jermaine a cocky ass, arrogant ass motherfucker. But that's my nigga. I love Jermaine. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace. I'm out.
Yeah. Hey, you gotta know your purpose. Understand what worth is. These snakes is lurking, observing, trying to close your curtains. These hoes be perping.